Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And what a beautiful day today. We did see plenty of sunshine out there, light winds, temperatures slightly above normal, but really not too bad. It was a beauty out there today. Looking down here at parts of Eniat, that's from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera. And what a beautiful shot of the Columbia River and some haze over the Cascades this afternoon. But a beautiful day all in all, as we are kind of wrapping up our summer now, just to less than 3 weeks left of summer. And our weather summary over the next few days doesn't look too bad. Today through about Thursday, we'll just see beautiful, warm and mild conditions. Maybe a few mountain showers Tuesday through Thursday night. That will be in the northern part of the state, basically. Friday and Saturday, we'll see cooler weather, especially Sunday into Monday, and a good chance for some rain showers as we get to the end of our forecast period. And speaking of forecast, we'll get to it a little bit later on in your weather. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. An East Wenatchee home sustained damage in a Sunday afternoon fire. A wildfire in the Manson area was contained late yesterday afternoon after burning several vehicles in the area. A firefighter who was badly burned while battling a wildfire in Okanagan County Sunday remains in serious condition now at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. And smoke from a prescribed burn was highly visible from Highway 20 near Winthrop. But first, we begin tonight. Wenatchee police are seeking information in connection with an armed robbery at a South Miller Street grocery store on Friday night. Police say two gunmen reportedly robbed Ernie's Grocery shortly before 10 p.m. Authorities say they're aware of at least one witness who saw the suspects immediately before the robbery. They're now trying to contact the witness who made the phone call immediately before that robbery. If you have information in this case, please call Rivercom. That number is 509-663-9911. Also, police did not release any information regarding the suspect's physical description. Captain Edgar Reinfeld reported no new developments in the case as of this morning. No suspect descriptions have been released. An East Wenatchee home sustained damage in a Sunday afternoon fire. Crews from Douglas and Chelan County were called out around 2:30 p.m. to the home located in the area of 11th and Grover Streets. These images were shared by a neighboring property owner on Facebook. Officials with Douglas County Fire District 2 say the blaze started in some shrubbery and then spread to the roof and the attic. The home was reportedly in the process of being sold. An account has been set up on GoFundMe to help those owners. A wildfire in the Manson area, in fact, it was in the Chelan area just west of Wells Dam. It was contained late yesterday afternoon after burning several vehicles in that area. The fire broke out around 2 p.m. in the Washington Creek Road area. The cause is not known. It spread to about 10 acres of grass and brush. Manson fire officials say it destroyed one structure, 3 RVs, and a tractor. There were no injuries. Local and state fire crews did respond. The fire was contained then at about 5:30 p.m. Thank you as well to Lake Chelan Now for sharing these images from that fire. In other news, a firefighter who was badly burned battling a wildfire in Okanagan County Sunday remains in serious condition at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Okanagan County Emergency Management reports Assistant Chief Christian Johnson with Okanagan County Fire District Number 3 in Okanagan was injured while engaged on the spring coulee fire just south of Okanagan. As of Monday night, he was reportedly to be in a medically induced coma. He has second and third degree burns over 50 to 60% of his body, and his airway has been scored at 2 out of 4 for damage, 4 being the worst. They are attempting to stabilize him so they can perform surgery for skin grafts. The spring coulee fire started around 4 p.m. just off B&O Road North. That's between Fletcher Loop Road and Spring Coulee Road. The fire quickly spread to the north. It was all hands on deck with Fire District Number 3 from Omak, Okanagan, and Malott, along with Fire District Number 7 from Riverside and Fire District Number 9, Concanelli Rural Responders, with the help from DNR Ground and Air Resources. services. The fire was contained in about an hour and a half after blackening nearly 142 acres. The fire's cause was under investigation. An account is being set up at a local Okanagan County bank to assist the injured firefighter's family with whatever may be needed during their crisis. Well, if you notice other smoke in Okanagan County today, it's because the U.S. Forest Service also burned about 105 acres in the Methow Valley, about 8 miles northwest of Winthrop. Smoke dispersed to the east throughout the day and was highly visible from Highway 20 in the area. The prescribed fire was one of several planned in the Okanagan and Wenatchee National Forest this fall. The burns help reduce the threat of future catastrophic wildfires by eliminating accumulated timber slash and other fuels. Coming up next, Chelan County PUD received some good news recently regarding the future of Rock Island Dam. Funding for Wenatchee Valley College's migrant education program has been renewed for another 5 years. And former 8th District Representative Dave Reichert is considering running for governor next year. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Some jobs take more than skill. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Giza Credit Union, we help you support law enforcement, firefighters, teachers, and veterans. With every purchase you make with a Giza Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Giza Local Heroes Affinity debit card.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Welcome back. In another news, Chelan County PUD recently received good news regarding the future of Rock Island Dam. Federal regulators have indicated that the district's investments in powerhouse upgrades and dam spillway safety qualify for early action credit toward its next operating license. The positive ruling is expected to help Chelan PUD take actions earlier and ensures the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission will consider the actions towards a maximum 50-year term for Rock Island's new license, which starts in 2029. Chelan PUD requested early action credit for investments at Rock Island Dam that will total $710 million by the year 2029. PUD General Manager Steve Wright credited support from Northwest lawmakers for the success in getting the early action credit added to the Federal Power Act. U.S. Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers and U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell were recognized by Wright as instrumental in getting the change approved in Congress. The August 9th FERC ruling is the first on early action credit under that new law. Well, funding for Wenatchee Valley College's migrant education program has been renewed for another 5 years. The 5-year federal grant will provide $425,000 a year to continue the College Assistance Migrant Program, or CAMP. Last year was the 10th year of the program at Wenatchee Valley College. It's designed to provide support services as well as financial support to migrant and seasonal farm workers and their immediate families during their first year of college. The program serves about 55 students per year, with 85% of the enrollees returning for a second year at Wenatchee Valley College. Former 8th District Representative Dave Reichert is considering running for governor next year. That's according to a Republican Party official. Reichert, the former sheriff of King County, served 7 terms in Congress before deciding last year not to seek re-election. He would be the first high-profile Republican to step forward as a possible challenger to Democrat Jay Inslee, who is seeking his 3rd term. State Republican Party Chairman Caleb Heimlich floated the idea of Reichert running over the weekend, saying he's considering it. Washington hasn't had a Republican governor since John Spellman back in the mid-1980s. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator.
Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
Hi everyone, this is Brent Crowder. After 13 years with the Town Auto Group, I have returned home to Town Toyota where it all started. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, let me help you find the right one at the right price. Toyota is reliable and trustworthy, and you can count on me to be the same. When it comes to buying your next car, you can't go wrong with Toyota and Crowder. Ask for Brent at Town Toyota or call me now at 888-5000.
My first experience with CVCH, I had to come in with my daughter by myself with a cut in my hand that required stitches. And the care and compassion of CVCH was really significant, that they took the care and compassion and made me feel more as a human instead of just a patient there. The care they have for their community all around, inside and outside the clinic, is what I feel like is different. And that's what makes me want to come back to CVCH and recommend them to my friends and family.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. State Senator Brad Hawkins kicked off his 3rd annual listening tour today in Kashmir and Leavenworth. Hawkins will cover much of the 12th District, including Quincy, Mansfield, Pateros, Twisp, and Mazama during the week-long tour to listen to ideas and thoughts from his constituents. In tonight's features story, Senator Hawkins recently joined host Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. He says the listening tour allows him to hear ideas and concerns that become successful legislative action.
In order to be a good policymaker, you have to be a good listener. And so I had this idea of the listening tour a few years ago, and apparently it hadn't been really implemented before in our district, but our district is so large geographically that I thought I can't just spend most of my time in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, the greater Wenatchee Valley, even though that's the population base, and think that I have a good understanding of where the district is on issues. And so I wanted to spread things out. I wanted to travel all throughout the district. And so 3 years ago, we had this idea of our first annual listening tour. And we traveled to all 4 counties and many different communities, and really it's a chance for me to go to people where they are and hear from them on issues. And it ranges from agricultural issues to transportation, wildfire, budget, taxes, just a lot of different things. And one of the things I like to do is bring staff with me from Olympia along the tour stops, so we have issue specialists and other resources there, more ears to do the listening, which is good, but also note-taking, and if constituents have concerns or questions, and we work hard to research them. Sometimes we have the answers there, sometimes we have to get on that and follow up with them, but I think the constituents have found that we're pretty prompt with getting back to them, and we provide a lot of good detail. But it's really just a chance to, hear from people on the issues where they are. So often some of the legislators are, well, we're over in Olympia, come over to Olympia and visit me. Well, that session is in the middle of winter. People have to drive over 2 mountain passes in a snowstorm to come have 15 minutes with me, and I'd rather, try a different approach, and it's worked really well. We got a really good response the first year, and it sort of increased. We've actually added a day for this year just to accommodate the number of requests and things. So yeah, but it's a big district. You know, people don't realize the 12th district is all of Chelan County and all of Douglas and part of Grant County and about half of Okanagan County to the Canadian border. So there's a lot of ground to cover. So on this listening tour this year, we're covering a lot of the same stops as prior years, but we're also making some additional stops.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And gorgeous weekend, wasn't it? With temperatures in the mid-80s. And if you were lucky enough to head maybe out to the gorge like I was over the weekend to check out the Dave Matthews Band, it was perfect weather down that way. Beautiful day here at home, too, as we look down from our Waterville Sky-Fi tower camera outside our weather window this afternoon. Here's NEAT down below, but beautiful day with just some high and mid-level clouds out there. Temperatures about where they should be for this time of year, a little bit above normal, but all in all, it was a beautiful day with those light winds. Today, unofficially in the Wenatchee area, we topped off at a very nice and a very mild 87 degrees today. That's unofficial. 81 now is our normal high temperature, so actually about 6 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. 61 is where we started our day, and that's slightly above where we should be too at 56 degrees. Record high back in 1988. It was 98 degrees. Record low 1980 at a very cool 46 degrees. No new precipitation. We have picked up 3/100ths of an inch more since we talked last on Friday. So now we're at 4.76 inches for the year, and that actually is 4/100ths of an inch above where we should be for this time of year for precipitation. Sunrise this morning 6:22, and the sun will set tonight at 7:37. Let's take a look at what we can expect for your Wednesday forecast as we get into, yes, the middle of the week. I know a lot of you thinking it's Monday today. I did that a few times today, but it is Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday's high temperatures 86 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 83 on I-90 down in Ellensburg, 84 in NEAT. Wenatchee, we will see 85 degrees tomorrow, so just slightly cooler than today. 83 in Chelan and 85 your high temperature in Omak as we get into Wednesday afternoon. Let's take a look at our surface loop now, and there's kind of a lot to get to over the next 7 days. Tonight, breezy conditions. Remember the winds, that orange color means we'll see some pretty strong winds, 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts possibly to 26 miles an hour tonight, mainly right here in central Washington. As we get into Wednesday then, as we just mentioned, beautiful day tomorrow, sunshine, calm wind, and mild. High pressure is dominating all of the western United States, even though there is a large area of low pressure just off the coast, which will affect our weather as we move into a little later in the week. Here it moves just off the coast of British Columbia, but we will be warmer right here in central and eastern Washington. We're talking temperatures in the mid-80s as we get into the end of the week. And then thunderstorms are a possibility on Friday. Here's the patch of thunderstorms that will be the heaviest on Friday. Some of that may move up into our area, so we do have a chance for just isolated showers on Friday. And then as we kick off our weekend, expect nice conditions at first. A few more clouds, though. Partly cloudy on Saturday. That area of low pressure becomes a little bit closer to western Washington. And then we get into a trophy situation where everything's coming down inside that trough. Our high pressure is getting pushed back down into the desert southwest, and that means a lot more increasing clouds as we get into Sunday. And look at all of the showers, especially in western Washington. And then by Monday, big weather changes, a 40% chance of showers, and much cooler as we kick off our next work week. Let's take a look now at your quick Lube and Tune 7-day forecast. Tonight will drop down just like this morning, 61 degrees. A little cooler tomorrow, sunny and mild at 85. Then we warm back up for a day on Thursday. We will see late day clouds move in and maybe some isolated showers Thursday. That could mean a 20% chance of rain showers mainly Friday morning, and then just mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon Friday. As we hit the upcoming weekend, partly cloudy on Saturday, will be mild, 84 the high temperature. Sunday, mostly sunny, but we are going to begin a cool down as we get into the end of the weekend, 82 Sunday, and then on Monday, partly cloudy skies. I think that is about a 40% chance of rain, and a high temperature on Monday will be at 76 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz in for Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a good Tuesday. Hope you had a really nice Labor Day weekend. I'm Dan Kuntz filling in for Eric Granstrom. Let's talk about the ever-widening world of sports. Kyle Schwarber had a 3-run triple. Unfortunately, Kyle Schwarber plays for the Chicago Cubs. That highlighted a 5-run 7th inning, and the Cubs snap a 24-inning scoreless streak with a 5-1 victory over the Mariners yesterday. Anthony Rizzo, he went 2 for 2, drove in a run for Chicago. The Cubs were coming off back-to-back shutout losses to the Brewers. So before yesterday, they hadn't been shut out in back-to-back games at home since August of 2013 against the Dodgers. What did end the Mariners? The 7th inning. Jason Hayward led off the 7th with a walk against reliever Matt Whistler. Stole second. 1 out later, Chris Bryant walked. Left-hander Taylor Gubio then came on to face Rizzo, who hit a sharp base hit, and that scored Haywood. Now, on the play, Bryant and Rizzo both advanced on a throwing error by Jake Fraley, the center fielder for the Mariners. Still don't know where he was throwing it. And then pitch hitter Albert Almora Jr., I should say. He was intentionally walked that low to the bases. Schwarber followed with a grounder down the line. A hit first base, rolled down the line. All 3 runners scored. It was 4-1 Chicago at that point, and that was about it for the Mariners. Seattle rookie Justice Sheffield left with the lead. He looked pretty good. He tossed 5 scoreless innings. He allowed 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out a career-high 7 for the Mariners. And the Cubs will go at it again tonight. John Lester, former Cy Young Award winner, will take on Felix Hernandez, former Cy Young Award winner. They'll play at 5 o'clock tonight. Well, the Huskies and the Cougars debuted new quarterbacks on Saturday, and both were good. Yeah, neither disappointed. Jacob Eason threw for 349 yards. He led the Dogs to a 47-14 beatdown of Eastern Washington. Anthony Gordon was even better. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a 58-7 blowout of New Mexico State. Now, the Huskies, they'll play their first league game of the year. They'll take on Cal Saturday night at Husky Stadium. The Cougs have an afternoon tilt at Martin Stadium as they welcome Northern Colorado. For the Preps, it's time to buckle up the chin straps. High school football gets underway Friday night. The Wenatchee Panthers will host Mount Si at Leibhoff Field at the Apple Bowl. We will have that game live right here on the NCWLIFE channel. The Eastmont Wildcats start their season at historic Stadium High in Tacoma. They'll take on Wilson High. Both games kick off at 7 o'clock. For the smaller schools, the Caribou Trail League, well, they're a ways away before they get into league action, as you might imagine. But there's your schedule for Friday night. All of the games that you see there kick off at 7 o'clock. And finally, the talk of the NFL over the weekend was the Seahawks acquiring all-pro defensive end Jadeveon Clowney from the Texans. All they had to give up was a couple of draft picks. Not bad for next year's draft. Clowney talked about playing for the 12s at CenturyLink Field instead of against the 12s.
This fan base is probably the craziest I ever played in front of. And I don't think it's nothing like it. And I'm glad I get to be on the opposite side of it, get to experience that while I'm out there on that defense. And I know it's gonna help us out on defense when you hear that crowd yelling. And they often have to use a silence cadence. And you get to see that tap, and you get off that rock. So I'm looking forward to that, being a part of that.
Is getting the 10-sack season one of your goals? Is that something you feel like you have more to tap into?
I just really trying to take one at a time and win, man. I think more about winning than anything, because I want to go to the Super Bowl. I'm looking forward. This team been here, this staff been there to the Super Bowl before. They know what it takes. They know how to get there, and I'm just trying to be a part of something special. And whatever I can do to help, that's what I'm here for.
You haven't missed much game time, like you said. How healthy have you felt over the past?
I feel great, man. Like I said, I've just been getting healthy over the years, and for me to get where I'm at now, it's a blessing. I feel great. I haven't had nothing done to my body. Just really, just getting stronger, getting bigger, getting where I need to be, gaining weight over the off season, helping, and like I said, being a part of this team. So I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned the system. Is there something about a 4-3 you think is better for you than the 3-4?
That's just different. I get to get back in there, going vertical, not dropping. Don't just really put my head down and grind it. And everybody, when you're going forward, you don't think about it a lot. So that's the best thing about this defense is you got guys behind you that can make all the plays, and the guys up front, we just get moving and get going and cause havoc. So that's what I like about this.
Seahawks fans, you can find out for yourself this Sunday as the Seahawks open up their 2019 campaign at home at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming to town. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Tuesday. Grant, back to you.
Nice work, Dan. Thank you very much. Recapping tonight's top story, Wenatchee police are seeking information in connection with an armed robbery at a South Miller Street grocery store on Friday night. Police say 2 gunmen reportedly robbed Ernie's Grocery shortly before 10 p.m. Authorities say they're aware of at least 1 witness who saw the suspects immediately before the robbery. They're now trying to contact the witness who made the phone call immediately before the robbery. If you have information in this case, please call Rivercom at 509-663-9911. Police did not release any information regarding the suspect's physical description. Captain Edgar Reinfeld reported no new developments in the case as of Tuesday morning. No suspect descriptions have been released. And before we let you go tonight, let's take one more quick look at our weather summary for the rest of the week ahead. And very nice weather from now through Thursday. It will be nice and mild with temperatures in the mid, maybe even a few upper 80s in the short term. But by Thursday into Friday, we could see the chance for some thunderstorms. I think it'll be overnight into Friday morning for us. And then a big cooling trend, especially as we get into the end of the weekend on Sunday and into Monday. And I'll tell you what, Monday, our temperatures are going to drop down into the mid 70s with a good chance of rain, especially by Monday afternoon. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. Remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
NCW Life channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life channel is your local TV station.
I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on. Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water. Now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.
I'm Jenny Kerstetter, and you are watching the NCWLIFE channel.